Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Katie Crea on YouTube and on Instagram, and I basically make videos about sewing. Welcome if you are a new subscriber. This channel is basically about sewing, patterns, fabrics. That's basically all I talk about on this channel. If you are one of my subscribers from when I started, thank you ever so much for sticking around, because I have obviously disappeared for the last 8 months at least. I uploaded a video about a week ago, I think, where I talked to you a little bit about me coming back to YouTube and how I want to do it going forward. And this is probably why you are seeing me so soon after after this first video. You might hear, there we go. You might hear some noise from the garden from our neighbour, but hopefully it won't stop you from hearing me. But obviously I'll have to listen to myself after I've recorded this, because the whole idea is that I do not want to be editing my videos the way I used to do it before. I think this was one of the major reasons why I just could not keep up with being consistent on YouTube. I really found myself spending hours on end editing videos, and it just didn't work for me. It didn't work for my lifestyle. I'm a mum, I have a toddler, I work, my husband works as well. So it just didn't work. It just did not work for me. And honestly, I would much rather be sewing or talking to you on Instagram, because I am very much on Instagram. I have the same name on Instagram, and I do talk to people in DMs, on their stories. I love Instagram for that. I just think it's so much more back and forth. I am going to talk to you about paper patterns today. So I am going to talk to you about mainly my big 4 paper patterns, and I have a few indie paper patterns as well. So when I say paper pattern, I mean this kind of patterns. I don't know if they have a special name, those patterns. I'm not sure if they have a special name. I don't know if you call them printed patterns, if you call them, because in French we call them, if I try to translate, it would be something like pocket pattern, sort of, or pattern folder. I'm not sure. So yeah, I don't know if there's a special name for these, but I am going to talk to you about the big 4 patterns that I have in my stash. And as I was going through this stash before filming, I realized that I have some patterns that I have bought 4 or 5 years ago and that I have never sewn. There's also the fact that out of all these patterns, I probably have sewn only a couple. So I am being completely transparent with you. I think that it is insane the amount of patterns I have versus how many I've sewn. I remember talking to my poor husband for hours on end about the fact that I had so many patterns and I have not sewn half of them, not even a quarter, I think. And the reason I'm making this video is, first of all, we are definitely in summer now, and I want to know what I would like to sew out of these patterns, because I've not sewn anything out of them. That's it. So before I carry on, if I tell you what I'm wearing, I am wearing a ready-to-wear t-shirt, just a plain black t-shirt. I don't sew plain fabrics. I just don't reach out for them. I realized that, yeah, I don't think I've got a single plain fabric in my stash, except maybe for toiles, and yeah, not even sure I am going to use them, to be fair. So just a ready-to-wear black t-shirt, and I have made these headbands. This is out of very low quality Ankara fabric, so the cheapest version of Ankara, which is not cotton, is definitely polyester. So you have to be really careful when you shop for Ankara fabrics. So this headband I have made out of Juliet Uzo, she is one of the winner of the Sewing Bee. So in the UK we've got this amazing TV show that is called The Sewing Bee, and basically you have sewists who basically need to sew as fast as possible to win the prize, to win the competition. Basically, I don't think there's a prize as such. I think they just get a trophy, but obviously they are very famous after that. And I think she has written more than one book. I definitely think there's 2 or 3 books that have been written by her. So this is, I think that might have been her first book. I'm not entirely sure, but I bought it a while back. And basically, there's a headband. There's a headband pattern on this. Not a pattern, obviously. It's such a simple accessory to make. So she basically just tells you. How you need to cut your pieces of fabric. So this is the headband, which is really cute, and basically it's 2 rectangles of a certain length and width, and then one other to tie them together. It's such an easy make. If you are a beginner, I definitely recommend this pattern. So you can see you've got an elastic on the 3rd rectangle basically, and you just twist the 2 bigger rectangles. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm explaining to you, but I'm sure the picture speaks for itself. So this is the book. It is called You Will Be Able to Sew Your Own Clothes by the End of the Book. And there's some really nice pattern in this book actually. There's a couple that I remember were really nice. So you've got this lovely dress, which I think is very, very nice. I'm not sure it works with my body shape, but it is absolutely stunning on her. And then you've got this dress as well. I like the back, really nice. Although I think wearing a bra under that might be a little bit tricky. Oh yeah, and I really like this this jumper. I love how they've used the fabric. I really like that. I think that was on my to sew list for a while, and then I forgot about it because there are too many patterns. That's the problem. So I recommend this book if you're a beginner. It's definitely aimed at beginners. I'm basically going to take you through my stash, and I'm going to think out loud really. So if you are interested in this, keep on watching. So the first thing I am going to say is I've tried to classify them by categories. So I'm going to start with the dresses. I won't be listing all of them, there's too many, so hopefully you can catch this on the screen, and I'll try to say the numbers. So this is M8312. It is such a nice dress. I am definitely going to keep this. It reminds me of the, I think it's called the Kicker dress by Fiber Mood. It looks very similar. And that's partly the reason why, even though I love the Fiber Mood pattern, I have not bought it, because this is very similar. And I find that in a lot of, on a lot of occasions, I realised that actually I have a pattern in my stash that looks like something that might have just been published on Instagram. So unfortunately I had to cut this off because I started coughing for 5 minutes. I'm all good, everything is fine. So yeah, sometimes let's just have a look at our stash before we get crazy on a new pattern. Although we have some very talented pattern brands out there, and it's very, very hard to say no. 100%. I am sweating again. So Crazy Me is in my attic. So I am filming this in my attic, and I have to close the windows because otherwise you are going to hear the cars, people in the gardens doing stuff. So hopefully, like I did in the previous video, I don't die before the end of this video, basically. Yeah, so hopefully we'll make it. Right, so let's go for it. So I am keeping this. So I'm going to do keeping pile, destashing pile, and yeah, I don't think there's a third option. Keeping or destashing. Excuse me again. So this is another one. It is a very nice pattern. So you've got quite a few options. This is Vogue 9328. And I think it looks really, really nice. Obviously, this is more of a wedding guest dress. I guess you could even do your wedding dress with this pattern. It's a very, it's a very like dressed up version of a dress, I would say. It's not dressed up version of a dress. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I think it's definitely lined. I think the whole thing is entirely lined. It's beautiful. Definitely sort of wedding guest dress vibe. Yeah, I like it. It's really nice. So I'm keeping that. Next one that I am absolutely 100% destashing, going in the destash pile, is this one, because I've realised that this is just not my style. It is lovely though. It's the Butterick B6722, and we are not keeping this one because the shoulders would make, so I have quite broad shoulders, and this type of bodice would make my shoulders look even broader than what they are. So this won't be staying in my stash. It looks like sort of like a, I think you call it a boat neckline. Is that a boat neckline with the shoulders? Please correct me every time I say something wrong, whether that's my English or whether that's technical word or like a sewing vocabulary that I don't have or something that I say wrong. I want to learn, you know. I'm not here to be the person who knows it all and that tells you what to do. 100% not. Then I've got this very cute actually Buddha style 6208, sorry. So it's two dresses. One of them has this nice frill at the center, and then the other one, which I thought was a like a how do you call it? Do you call that? Yeah, a jumpsuit, but like not trousers at the bottom, shorts, but actually it is a dress as well. So that might be. I had my alarm ringing. That might be a little bit too short for me, but obviously I can lengthen that. It's quite a cute dress. The one on the left is quite cute with the little belt. So I'm gonna put that one in the maybe pile. I've just created a maybe pile because I'm not sure on that one. Then you've got a very easy Vogue pattern, V9237. I think that is very cute. I like that. I think I might keep this one just because I like how simple it is, and I like the fact that you have you just have hook and eye. Is that all there is to close this? Only, oh yeah, actually button. So just a button. Yeah, so just a button, not a hook and eye. And I like the shape of the dress. It's very simple. You've got one with sleeves, one without sleeves. So I think I'm going to keep this one, and I'll make it really long. The one without sleeves I can make really long and just very simple. I quite like that. It's simple but efficient, so I'm keeping this. Getting myself confused with my 3 different piles. Now, this is a bit of what happened in my head when I bought this. I absolutely love Indian garments. I think they are one of the most stunning outfits on earth, basically. That's how much I love them. And I bought this pattern, which is Burda 7701, because I just thought I would love to be able to make myself one of those garments. I'm not going to call it by the name, so they just call it Indian. And I know each type of Indian garment has a name, but I am completely clueless in how you're supposed to call each part of this garment, basically. So I'm not going to butcher this. Butcher, I don't know. It looks so beautiful. This pattern looks so beautiful. I love it. I just know that obviously, even if so first of all, it is an average for the difficulty. I thought it would be more than that. I mean, it might not be too difficult to sew. The problem I have, as much as this is absolutely stunning, unless I'm invited to a wedding, to an Indian wedding, I will never wear this. Let's just be honest. I will never wear this. So I think that, I mean, this is so stunning. Look at this. How beautiful is that? But yeah, unless I am invited, there is no way I can make it. But I might be invited one day. So I think this is going to be in the I am keeping pile, because what if I am invited to an Indian wedding? See the logic of this. There's no logic, but this is why I love sewing. This is partly why I love sewing. Then I have Simplicity K8872. I absolutely love version A. Is it version A? Yeah, version A and version B. Those two at the top I really like. She is wearing version C on the picture, the model. But I bought this pattern for the 2 dresses at the top, which are really beautiful. So I'm definitely keeping this. I love the top. I love how you've got the frill at the bottom, and I love the top. I really like the bodice part of the dresses. So this is staying. The next one, oh, perfect example. This is Simplicity S9265. And look at the top dress, the first one. And I'm sure there would have been a way for me to to adapt my, I think I bought this one first. I could have just, yeah, get the second tier a little bit further up, and that was it. But no, I had to go and buy this one without checking first. I mean, the color is different, definitely. The color is different, so it doesn't give you the same overall look, but quite similar. I love all three versions, but I probably really like the first two more. Version B. So you've got this small version, shorter version, sorry, at the end, and the model is wearing version B. Really like that. I think it's a gorgeous dress, absolutely staying. And now I think, because they look so similar and it's just the colour, this one is going in the maybe pile because they look very similar. So maybe means I'm going to get back to this at some point and take a decision. Then I've got this very cute Buddha pattern, which I am going to put in my distash. So this is Buddha style 6207. And the reason I'm going to put this in my distash is because these two dresses are, so both of them are wrap dresses. I have a big issue with wrap dresses. I don't know if you guys have a tip for me, but I just find that I feel like at any point I might basically be showing my underwear because of the wind, because of the way I might sit, the way I might cross my legs. I just feel like these could go wrong at any point in time whenever I wear a wrap dress. So I don't wear wrap dresses, unfortunately. I made a gorgeous wrap dress from Bella Loves Pattern, the floor dress, I think it's called. And I've only worn it a couple of times. Because I'm just so stressed about the fact that someone might see my underwear. So yeah, if you have a tip for me for wrap dresses, please let me know, because yeah, otherwise this is going in my D-stash. Where is my D-stash? This is where it is. Perfect. So the next one is this McCall's pattern, which is M8492. And I bought this pattern for this dress here in the middle. Look at this gorgeous dress. How beautiful is that? I love this dress so much. I mean, the other versions are really cute, but really and truly, I bought this pattern for the maxi dress. I love it. It's such a gorgeous summery dress. I can definitely see this in a cotton fabric, poplin fabric, but even a crepe would be really nice. I feel like I would need like a statement fabric for this. I love this dress so much. And it's actually an easy pattern, easy levels. That's perfect. Absolutely staying with me. The next dress I need to show you is Simplicity S9327. I really love this dress. I think there's been quite a few versions on Instagram. I must have, I think I found out about this one on Instagram actually. It's so pretty. So she's wearing version B with the frill, with the gathered very short sleeves, which are gorgeous, and then you've got the frill at the bottom. And I love version A as well. That could be a wedding guest dress as well. I love the pattern they've used as well for the dress. So you've got version B here, and then a shorter version of basically version B. Really nice dress. I love it. I think it looks so beautiful. Very summery, going in the I am keeping pile. The next pattern I need to show you, and I actually have some ready-to-wear dresses that are basically a copy-paste of this, or maybe this might be a copy-paste of them, who knows. M8213 McCall's. I love this. This is basically the type of dresses I like to wear in summer. No sleeves. I would never wear, I tend to wear dresses just below the knee. That tends to be my minimum in terms of length. I mean, I could wear just above the knee like her. I think that looks really nice. I could do that actually. But as soon as something is above my knee, I feel like I need it to be shorts, basically. I just struggle with this fear of the wind blowing my my skirt, basically. It's a fear of mine, clearly. But I think this is beautiful. I really like this dress. I love version A with the little with the ties, very cute. Version C, and she is wearing version B. The only difference is you've got one tier instead of 2 tiers on version C. Version C is very beautiful. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try and think about what fabric I could use for this pattern, because this is gorgeous. Next pattern I'm going to show you is Buddha style. Sorry. Super easy pattern, very simple pattern. So yeah, as you can see, there's nothing difficult about this pattern, and you close it with a zip. Oh, interesting. And I call it super easy. Very interesting. Yeah, I would have thought something with the zip you would put at least confident beginner, or but yeah, it's super easy apparently. They are cute, those two dresses, but let's face it, I don't think I will ever wear this. Not that I don't like it, I just don't think it's my style. I like big dresses, I like big statement dresses. I don't think they're long enough. Again, I can lengthen that, that's not a problem. But yeah, I don't think this would suit my style, so they are going in the D-stash. The next 3 dresses I want to show you are definitely evening dresses, 100%. So the first one I'm going to show you is another Buddha style dress, which is 6518. So again, I don't think I will ever sew these ones. And they are very pretty though, don't get me wrong. They're really nice dresses. But I don't think that I will be wearing this. Because of my shape, I like to have something that is going to cinch me at the waist to give me more hip. And I think this works really well whenever I try to decide on what pattern I want to sew. Because having something at the waist always gives more volume to your hips if you're trying to do that. I mean, you might not be trying to do that, and that's all right. That's completely fine. So yeah, I think, yeah, so although there is something at the waist, I think it's just too straight. I don't think there's enough details for me to be interested in sewing this. So I don't know, I mean, I know why I bought this. A lot of these are bought when I had literally just started sewing. So yeah, I just didn't know. I just didn't know anything about sewing, didn't know what I liked to wear. I just didn't know anything about what I was going to do with this pattern. So this is going in the D-stash, because I will definitely not be wearing this. The next one I'm going to show you is this gorgeous one. So this is Simplicity 8013. It's a vintage pattern. I'm a bit worried about the instructions now that I've read that, but look at how gorgeous this is. There's a lady on Instagram who has basically sewn this dress on the left, so the model is wearing. She has 1, 2, 3. She has sewn this dress with the exact same fabric or a very similar fabric. That's how I think I saw this pattern the first time when I had to buy it. How beautiful is this? Like, how gorgeous is this? I am worried though about the fact that this might be a wrap dress. Oh no, it's not a wrap dress. Perfect. It is not a wrap dress. It's just the bodice. So yeah, so beautiful. Look at the other version on the right. Just a gorgeous evening dress, wedding guest dress. So she's wearing version D. The only difference with version C is the sleeves. So you have those open sleeves, or you can do the gathered sleeves, depending on what you want to do. So beautiful. I will just have to be careful about the wrap bodice, that's all. So just to make sure that it ties my chest right. It ties my chest right. Hopefully you've understood that. It is cinching my waist right. My my waist. It's time for a nap. It's time for a nap for me. Yeah, well, I'll just have to be careful about the fact that the bodice is a wrap bodice, just to make sure that I choose the right size, so there's no it's not gaping basically. Very nice. I'm keeping this. And then my last dress pattern from the big 4, I think I'm just going to do the big 4 today. I might do the other ones in another video, is a Vogue pattern VT048. And some of you might be laughing when you see that, but I love this so much. Look at this. I know it's not for everyone, and if you're laughing, you can laugh. That's fine. I think one of my friends actually laughed when I showed her this pattern, because of the big bows. I think it reminded her of Esme from the Sewing Bee, 100%. I love this so much. Look at that. Look at the green one. So gorgeous. I love the other one as well. So it's the same pattern, exactly the same. And I will 100%, as you must have realised now, do the maxi dress. I will do it even longer. That will go all the way down to my feet. It's so beautiful. Look at this Statesman dress. I love it so much. It is, what is the level on this? It is an advanced level. So maybe in 5 years time. Yeah, I love this. It's so beautiful. Look at this. If you have sewn this pattern, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to have your feedback and know how you found it. I need to search for this pattern on Instagram, actually. V2048. And I need to talk to people who have done it, because it might motivate me to do it. But again, I'm not going to sew this like out of nowhere. I need to sew it for an occasion, you know, and yeah, unless it's a wedding, again, I'm not sure when I'm going to wear this. It's so gorgeous. I love it. So that was for the dresses. Now on to the tops, and I'm going to call this tops and tunics. I have quite a few of them as well. So the first one is the Buddha style 6313. So it's basically 2 little t-shirts. So very simple tops. And I am definitely not keeping this because it is quite simple. I don't think this is these are patterns that I'm going to be interested in sewing. So yeah, just very simple, 2 very simple shirts. This is my personal opinion. Please don't take anything I say personally. If you love this this shirt, this shirt and this top, it's a blouse, not a shirt, sorry. If you love these 2 blouses, there will be probably on my KDCrea_fabrics page, because I am going to do all my destash on the same page, basically. The next one is this one here. So Buddha style 6278. This pattern here, I quite like these blouses actually. They're very similar. It's just the cuffs that are a bit different, but I actually quite like how the collar is making this little fold on the blouse at the center. I think that looks really cute actually. So that is going to go in the maybe pile, because I might keep this one, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Next one is Simplicity S9452, which I absolutely love. I really, really like this top. My issue with tops is that I don't really reach for them. I've realised that maybe it's because I have such a complicated life being a mum and working, but I reach for one-piece garment. So I reach for dresses mainly, especially in summer. In winter, I definitely want to have more and more long jumper dresses, or very long jumpers that I can wear with joggings or leggings. I just don't enjoy wearing jeans. I mean, that I just, since my pregnancy actually, I just don't find them comfortable. I just really don't. So yeah, I'm really struggling with tops at the moment. All I can think of is dresses, like summer dresses in summer and jumper dresses in winter. So I just need to keep that in mind when I basically try to figure out what patterns I'm going to keep and what fabrics I want to buy, because I just don't reach out for tops anymore. I just don't. So one to definitely keep in mind. So this is a top that I am going to keep. I know I just said the exact opposite of keeping any top pattern, but I think this is so beautiful that there might be a point where I want to sew this. So I'm going to keep this. But I think I'm going to try and destash as much as I can when it comes to tops, because yeah, I just don't reach out for them. I just don't. As I'm saying this, I'm looking at this very nice Vogue V9348. I think these are so pretty. I could make them a little bit longer, And that is the kind of top actually I could see myself still wearing, because it's very comfortable. It's still quite stylish, I think. And yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one. You are going to see me contradicting myself on every single pattern I'm about to show you now. I think this is very pretty. So I'm going to keep you. You are staying with me. The next one is a new look K6582. So I think this was during their January sale or something like that, or just before January, because I think it was like a New Year's Eve outfit. It looks really cute. I like the trousers. I like the slits on the slide the slits on the sides. But I don't think that I will sew this. I don't think this is something I want to sew now. I must have bought this a year or a couple of years ago, I can't remember, and it just won't get sewn. So this is going in a D-stash. You also have a pattern for the handbag or the purse that she's holding. It's very you can basically sew a coordinate, like a cord, top, trousers, and a little purse. I think it's really cute. But this is going in a D-stash. The next one is Simplicity K8921, which I managed to get for £1.50 in I think it was a newspaper shop. Yeah, like I think, I don't know, it wasn't W. Smith, but it looked like a W. Smith, but it wasn't a W. Smith, put it that way. So this is a very nice top. Sorry about this. It's version B. I basically bought this for version B, sorry, but she's wearing version B, that's what I meant. And I really like this top with the big belt, with the big tie. I think it looks really pretty. It's the only version I like though. So it's probably going to go in the maybe, because I think it's big enough that it'll be comfortable to wear, but I'm not sure I will reach out for it, to be fair. So I'm going to put it in the maybe. Otherwise you're going to listen to me for hours on end. Next pattern is New Look K6678. So I think I bought this for the top because I really love the sleeves. I must have bought it when I bought my other top. I mean, they don't really look the same, but I can imagine I was on like there was something going on. I must have bought them together. And I'm not going to keep this for two reasons. The first reason is the sleeves are definitely really big compared to the top, which is quite close to the body, and that is going to make my shoulders look really broad. So I'm not going to go for that. I could turn it. I could add a skirt at the bottom. I think that was the idea in my head at first. And now that I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking this is why I bought this. Now I'm remembering it definitely wasn't for the trousers, so just very simple trousers. But I think I bought this top, now I'm remembering, to make a tiered skirt and a tiered skirt under it. So it's going to go in the maybe, because I can't remember why I bought this, but I think this was the reason I did that. The next pattern is a Vogue pattern V9029. Absolutely stunning shirt. Look at these. How stunning are these shirts? Like, honestly, I am 100% keeping this. 1,000,000% keeping this. It's an easy, oh wow, they say easy pattern. Interesting. You do have a collar band, cuffs and all that. I wouldn't call this easy. I would say intermediate. Well, any shirt I think is intermediate, as long as there's a collar band and cuffs, sorry. I think, yeah, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. There's so many. Oh, I'm just skipping that. There's not much to say. Next one is New Look K6213. It's really pretty. It's a proper summer top. Really beautiful. Really love the version the model is wearing. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to keep this. Not 100% sure. But I really like it. That's the problem. Sometimes I really like a pattern in my head, and I buy it, and then I don't know if I'm really going to wear it. It's so frustrating. I think I'm going to keep this. Sorry, it's going to go in the maybe. Not that I'm going to keep it, because there's only one version I really like. So going in the maybe. I think that I've been talking for at least 45 minutes, at least. So to make sure this is not too long, this is going to be part 1. So I'll rename my video. It will be called part 1, and there will be a part 2, because I just don't want this to be 3 hours long, and I think that this is going to be very long. So this was the first part of me going through my big 4 patterns, my big 4 printed patterns, or pocket patterns, I don't know what you call them. Thank you so much for watching me today. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it gave you some inspiration. Maybe you've discovered some patterns you did not know about. Most of them I've bought on either the Fold Line or Minerva. So I will link their websites in the description box below. And yeah, I hope that you have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!